Hello, I'm James Caldwell. Welcome to the Classical Guitar Practice Room. Today, as we continue our study of Segovia Scales, we're going to look at the C-sharp minor scale. This is the fifth video in the series. And so far in each video, I've covered a scale where he establishes a pattern which he uses repeatedly throughout the book. And this C-sharp minor scale is a 2-octave melodic minor scale that begins on the 5th string. The same pattern will appear later in the book as D-sharp minor with 6 sharps in the key signature, and again later as C minor with 3 flats in the key signature. And the final scale in the book is the D minor scale relative to F major with 1 flat in the key signature. So as it's presented here in the key of C-sharp minor, which is the relative minor of E major, there are 4 sharps in the key signature, C, D, F, and G. But as with all melodic minor scales, the 6th and 7th scale degrees will be raised a half step ascending the scale, and they will be lowered back down descending the scale. And those notes in the key of C-sharp minor will be the A and the B. So going up the scale, we'll have an A sharp and a B sharp. And you might think, well, B sharp is the same as C, isn't it? And it is pitch-wise, but we'll be calling it B sharp in this scale. Let's take a look at it. We see that the first 3 notes begin on the 5th string. And we are in the 4th position for C sharp, so you can write a Roman numeral 4 above the first note. And in position 4, with our index finger on the 5th string, we have 3 notes, fingers 1, 3, and 4. Over to the 4th string, we have 1 and 3. Now we shift up to the 8th position. Still on the 4th string, fingers 1 and 3 and 4. Over to the 3rd string, fingers 1, 2, and 4. Over to the 2nd string, it starts with finger 2 at the 9th fret and 4. And on the 1st string, fingers 1 and 2. Now we start back down. We're going to shift to 4th position and begin with the pinky on the 1st string. String 1, 4, 2, 1. 2nd string, 4, 2, 1. 3rd string, 3, 1, 4th string, 4, 3, 1, and 5th string, 4, 3, 1. And that's it for C-sharp minor. As always, when we learn a new scale, we want to get comfortable with it in the left hand first before focusing on the right hand. So play up and down it many times until the finger pattern becomes ingrained in the left hand and the shifts are automatic and effortless. I'm just going to run up and down it a few times, doing different finger combinations with the right hand. Sometimes when I learn a new scale pattern, I really think about the finger numbers, and it all becomes a numbers game. I'm thinking strictly numbers: 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1. Those numbers become the pattern for me. It's kind of a quick way to get it straight in the left hand. And then you just have to get the shift to the next position down and the shift back to where those are smooth. The pattern established here for C-sharp minor, as I said before, is used later in the book for C minor, and that's just taking it down a half step, beginning in the 3rd position, and it'll shift up to 7th position and back to 3rd. It's also used for D minor, beginning in 5th position and shifting up to the 9th position and back to the 5th position. And finally, it's used in the key of D-sharp minor, just starting in the 6th position and going up to the 10th position and back to the 6th position. The key of D-sharp minor has 6 sharps in the key signature. That's almost everything. It's everything except B. And with the melodic minor scale, the B and the C will be raised a half step ascending the scale. So that means you will get a B sharp going up the scale, but the C was already sharp, and so you'll have a C double sharp going up the scale. And that is notated in the music with an X in front of the note. That's the double sharp indication. Because C was already sharp in that key signature, and we're raising it a half step, ascending the scale, it will be a double sharp with an X in front of the note. Just something to think about. That's D sharp minor. Having learned this scale pattern and the 4 previous ones that I've covered, we can now play 21 of the 24 scales in Segovia's book, because they are all used repeatedly throughout the book. That leaves 3 scales that I haven't covered yet. Each of those has its own unique pattern, and I'm saving those for last. Those will be E minor, E major, and F major. And up till now, we haven't played any open strings in the scales. And with E major and E minor, it kind of makes sense that he will start with the open E string. And also with F major, he plays an open A string in that scale, making each of them unique. I'll be getting to those scales next. And after that, I'll discuss some strategies for practicing the scales and getting the most out of them. Thanks for joining me today in the Classical Guitar Practice Room. Until next time, practice your scales and stay tuned for the next video. I've been James Caldwell. Thanks for watching.